Hey guys, I'm Sean Hammond with PremierGuitar.com. We are in Berlin, Germany at the Holy Grail Guitar Show, talking to Eric from Skytop Guitars. Eric?
How are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing great here in Germany.
Good. This is your first time at the show, right?
My first time here at the Holy Grail, correct.
Sweet. And you're based in New York?
In New Paltz, New York.
Nice. So we have Fabi, who is from here in Berlin. Fabi, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So this is the one guitar you brought here, and you had a customer already here who brought one to show. So, and you sold this one, I guess, so you don't have to take anything back on the plane, right?
Yes.
Lucky.
It's lucky me, totally. That's my grand concert model, Fingerstyle.
And is this like a standard model or something you did? Like a lot of the luthiers that are here don't really have standard models. They'll just kind of do what they feel like, and then others have standard models. So this is like a standard model for you?
Well, I build basically two styles of guitar. I build a fingerstyle and I build a flat picker. And that is a fingerstyle. And flat picker is just a little larger body. But as you can see, I build without a traditional sound hole in the front. And there's two sound ports up on the top of it. And that directs the sound up towards the player. It's a more player-focused instrument, acoustic-wise, and I like to say the player is really rewarded, but the room isn't punished. Once the sound is out, it's sound. So it's a really when guys play it for the first time, and girls, they're sort of shocked at like, whoa, this sound is really, you're in it. It's like you're in the bubble.
Now, the choice to have two ports up there, is that is that sort of cosmetic, or is it also like how does the having two ports, is that just more volume and you're more immersed in it, or
it's really works as a stereo, almost like having your own personal monitor. It took a lot of trying to figure it out. There was a lot of trial and error before I got it right, and the two ports are really just, they direct the sound right up into the ear. So it's one of those things that once you experience it, it's a different guitar world, and yet you have to experience it. Like, you could look at it and go like, that looks weird, but when you play it, it's totally different.
I think it looks cool. I bet it was tricky to get, like, having those sound ports close together must have required a lot of tinkering to get so that the structural integrity was still strong there on the side, I imagine.
Correct. Yeah, there's a lot of bracing around the sound ports themselves. I actually, when I sand down the sides to thickness, where the sound ports are is thicker than the rest of the sides of the guitar. So I always make sure that that's braced properly. But while I do that, that allows me to brace the top a lot lighter. Because I don't have to brace for the sound hole in the soundboard, that can get just a ton lighter, which will give you a lot more resonance, and really just make that top move a lot more.
What style of bracing do you use in it?
I use a basic X, but again, because there's no sound hole, I can move the X forward towards the top of the guitar, which gives more resonance to the back of the guitar where you really want it to move. And then I don't have to have an upper transverse brace because there's no sound hole. Like everything that, as soon as you take the sound hole out of the equation, it opens your world up to bracing it. And you could do, so when you look into the guitar, even as a player, you could actually see the X, you could see where it is, and see how the sausage is made.
Do you want to tell us about the woods that are used?
That particular guitar is Alpine Moon Spruce soundboard, and they harvest the wood at the full moon, so all the sap runs out of the tree, and it truly is a stiffer, better board in my opinion. The back and sides are Ziricote.
Grain is so beautiful, so wide and
it's crazy, spider webby. I love Ziricote. The fretboard and bridge are also Ziricote, and the binding and my 12th fret marker are Koa.
Nice. And then on the headstock, the overlay?
That is Ziricote as well, and my company logo. And then on the back of the headstock is Ziricote as well. And those are Goto tuners, the 510s.
Why don't we have Fabi play a little bit more on that? Cool.
Thank you.
Very nice. All right, Eric, you want to tell people where to go online to check out all the stuff that you do?
Absolutely. Instagram at Skytop Guitars or skytopguitars.com.
Sweet. And it's with one P, right? It's just Skytop?
Skytop.
Cool. We're in Germany, so you never know the spellings.
Skytop.
Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm Sean Hammond for PremierGuitar.com.